I love food. And it wasn't that actually I ate well. I teach mindful nutrition and seasonal cooking, but I was fully aware that my adrenals had plummeted. I was perpetually unwell to the point where I struggled at times to dress myself and drive somewhere. So my family were really worried. It was clear that nothing was working. My why was so big, nothing was going to stop me. It didn't matter how hard anything was. Nothing could be as bad as how I was feeling. I couldn't breathe. My children were phoning ambulances weekly. Something had to stop. So my why was pretty big. And I always felt like if your why is big enough, the rest actually is not that difficult.
It's easy, isn't it? Like you said, you felt so dreadful anyway that you thought, well, what's another 2 weeks of maybe feeling even worse?
Yeah. And actually, I didn't find the 2 weeks too tricky. The 8th day was hard and the 10th day was hard. But actually, the rest of that was pretty easy. I found it a little trickier reintroducing food because of my asthma problems. I'm so sensitive to sulfites and a lot of food reacts. When I took everything away, I just took a lot longer to introduce new foods. The food diary and keeping it for medical reasons and for personal reasons, I took extra time over it, and I try a food for a lot longer than maybe everyone else out there would be trying it for, just to see if my reaction was really safe.
It was so moving, Katie, when you told me about your first treat meal and you were terrified and you took me to. Yeah, I'm not surprised, because were you already beginning to feel better at the end of the 2 weeks?
Yeah, I was breathing better, and I was making the stairs on my own for the first time in quite a few years. I was really nervous, and I took my daughter to my local's favourite seafood restaurant. My seafood is my ultimate favourite. And I thought, right, shall I really go for it? Like some people think, I'm going to have a massive lasagna, I'm going to have fish and chips or something. I thought, no, I'm just going to have a really amazing piece of fish with lots of cream. I might have to treat myself to a glass of Prosecco, which I did, and my daughter had a mocktail. And I took one sip of the Prosecco and I was like, I was already gasping for air by the time I'd swallowed it.
That is incredible, really. It affected your breathing that quickly.
Instantly. And now, because I've stripped everything back, I always smell my food now, and I can usually smell if I'm going to react on a breathing lung level, because I think my senses are a lot more heightened. But one taste, then I usually know as well. So
that's incredible.